You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White sports fans, we're going to be talking about Ethan Lyman here in this video. He is the kid that lost his life outside of Lebron James's I Promise School in Akron, Ohio. He was beat down. 3 guys have actually been arrested. This is very, very disturbing news. We got updates on what actually took place. And by the way, guys, LeBron James still has said nothing about this. Nothing about this. But this is not surprising, guys. But let's check this out. Over here on Outkick, Ethan Lyman murder case arrest affidavits reveal disturbing details from LeBron James's I Promise School parking lot. So this did take place on the parking lot of the school. I believe there was actually rumors about it being on the basketball court, but it happened in the parking lot of the I Promise School. It says here the investigation into the murder of 17-year-old Ethan Lyman in the parking lot of LeBron James's I Promise School took a twist Tuesday when investigators revealed via arrest affidavits that the suspects moved Lyman's car to a different part of the parking lot so the teen's friends couldn't rescue him and take him to the hospital. So these guys just left Ethan Lyman there for dead. This is disturbing, guys. Documents obtained by Fox News Digital allege murder suspects Donovan Jones, 21, Deshaun Stafford, 20, and Tyler Stafford, 19, worked as a team to punch, kick, and ultimately murder school senior to be Lyman. So all 3 of these guys just beat this kid up to death. Disturbing. Akron police, who have called Lyman's murder senseless, while also acknowledging there was a confrontation over the use of a water bead gel gun and what seemed to be a prank turned murder, also alleged Donovan Jones took the phone of one of Lyman's friends as he tried to call 911. So they're trying to get help for Ethan Lyman, and Donovan Jones takes the phone away from this kid. Wow. You can see here, this is part of the police report here. It says Tyler Stafford did knowingly cause or attempt to cause serious physical harm to Ethan Lyman. The result of the felonious assault resulted in the death of Ethan Lyman. Tyler Stafford was in an altercation with Lyman, and there's some stuff blocked out here. Tyler Stafford punched and assaulted Lyman. Stafford then beat Lyman until he was unconscious and then beat him more while he was unconscious on the ground. Stafford stomped and kicked Lyman in the head multiple times, resulting in his death on the scene. When, I don't know what this says, is blacked out, attempted to come to Lyman's aid by taking him to the hospital. Stafford took Lyman's car and drove it to the other end of the lot. So they were trying to make sure that this guy got no help whatsoever. Jonathan Sin, who is representing Sean Stafford, doesn't dispute that his client was at the scene and acknowledges his clients grabbed the $70 splatterball water gun, but he told Fox News that his client didn't move the car to prevent Lyman's friends from taking him to the hospital. Nope. Sin says the car was moved across the I Promise parking lot to keep Lyman and his friends at the scene for when police showed up. That's kind of strange right there. Why would they move the car to keep them there? Their friend is there. Something doesn't add up right here. It says, however, Sin's client and other suspects took off from the scene, and it's unclear if his client called 911 to alert police to what was happening in the parking lot. So the kids that beat up Ethan Lyman, they left, and they're trying to make it seem like they were actually trying to keep Ethan Lyman and his friends there until the police got there. No, these kids ran away because they know that they did something really, really bad. Quote, my understanding is it wasn't moved in an effort to try and prevent anyone from getting help, Sin said. it was more of a situation of you guys are going to stay here. You guys are going to stay here until the cops come. You're going to have to explain the situation. So they didn't want the other boys taken off because they really felt they were in the right. Akron investigators said last week that the beating death of Liming was not remotely reasonable or justified. All three suspects face murder and felonious assault charges. They pleaded not guilty during Monday's arraignment and remain in the Summit County Jail on $1 million bonds. And there's some other stuff here. Let's read this other one here. It says Donovan Jones did knowingly cause or attempt to cause serious physical harm to Ethan Liming. The result of felonious assault resulted in the death of Ethan Liming. Jones was involved in an altercation with Liming. Jones punched and assaulted Liming. Jones then beat Liming until he was unconscious and then beat him more while he was unconscious on the ground. So the kid was already knocked out and he kept beating him. Jones stomped and kicked Liming in the head multiple times, resulting in Liming's death on scene when Blank attempted to come in to Liming's aid by taking Liming to the hospital. Jones assaulted Odysee, Shady, and Stefanko again. Jones took somebody's phone as he attempted to call 911. Wow. And of course, right here, as for Lebron, he has stayed quiet on this case since his initial thoughts and prayers. He's back to tweeting about Taco Tuesday and posting rocket emojis on uninterrupted podcast tweets. Wow, he has nothing to say whatsoever. Nothing to say. Guys, I believe that we need to keep the pressure on one LeBron James to come out and talk a little bit more about this. He runs his mouth about everything, but when a kid is killed in the parking lot of the school that he started, he has nothing to say. Nothing to say. Now, I'm not saying that LeBron James had anything to do with it, this kid getting beat down or anything like that, but this man is supposed to be a social justice warrior. And I already said before, guys, if the shoe was on the other foot and Ethan Liming was black and the three attackers are white, LeBron James would be all over this. But since Ethan Liming was white and the attackers were black, it doesn't fit the political narrative. So there's no upside for LeBron James here. And the mainstream media has been pretty quiet about this. I mean, only Outkick, for the most part, has even acknowledged this. The mainstream media is silent. The woke sports media, silent. They have nothing to say about this. And LeBron James, nothing to say either. And nobody's putting pressure on him to say something about this. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.